The 10th largest state in the United States, Oregon exemplifies the beauty and wildness of America's Pacific Northwest. While there are many cultural venues in Oregon worth exploring, it's the state's diverse landscapes that draw many travelers to this corner of the country. An overview of the best places to visit in Oregon. The historic city of Astoria lies just a few miles southwest of this spot where explorers Lewis and Clark spent the winter of 1805–06 before returning to the east. 5 years later, John Jacob Astor founded Astoria, making it the first United States settlement on the west coast. Situated at the mouth of the Columbia River, the city's backdrop is the scenic Astoria-Migler Bridge, the country's longest continuous truss bridge. Named after a cannon that washed ashore after a shipwreck, Cannon Beach is one of the most popular of the seaside resorts that stretch along Oregon's 300-mile-long coast. Located around 80 miles to the west of Portland, the once rustic artist community has grown into an upscale resort filled with restaurants, boutique shops and art galleries. In-town attractions include the Cannon Beach History Center, which features an authentic reproduction of a Native American longhouse. One of the best ways to experience the beauty and splendor of Oregon's Cascade Mountains is by touring the Cascade Lakes Scenic Byway. The 66-mile route winds along river valleys, up mountains and past scenic lakes, offering visitors picturesque vistas and an abundance of recreational opportunities along the way. Just a few miles east from Portland lies the vast U-shaped corridor known as the Columbia River Gorge. Formed by cataclysmic Ice Age floods, the miles-wide valley stretches for more than 70 miles along the Columbia River on Oregon's northern border. Built in the early 1900s, the historic Columbia River Highway takes visitors past dozens of waterfalls tumbling down the valley's steep walls. The most popular natural attraction in southern Oregon, Crater Lake, is what remains of a volcanic eruption that occurred on Mount Mazama 7,700 years ago. With a depth of nearly 2,000 feet, it's the deepest lake in the United States, and its tranquil sapphire blue waters are a sight to behold. Located near the small town of Joseph in northeast Oregon, the Hells Canyon Recreational Area outranks the Grand Canyon when it comes to depth. Parts of the canyon surrounding the Snake River are as deep as 8,000 feet. With few paved roads leading into the area, most visitors opt to enter the canyon by jet boat, although some trails are accessible with four-wheel drive vehicles. The tallest peak in Oregon, Mount Hood, is much more than just a stunning backdrop for the city of Portland 60 miles away. It's a travel destination that attracts visitors all year long. 5 downhill ski areas and miles of cross-country trails keep the slopes of Mount Hood packed during the winter, and summer snowfall attracts visitors to Mount Hood for off-season skiing as well. Oregon's largest city straddles the Willamette River near the point where it meets the mighty Columbia. With Mount Hood in the distance and the Pacific Ocean just a short drive away, Portland is surrounded by natural beauty, and it's clear by the sheer number of parks, gardens and green spaces in Portland how much the city's inhabitants value the outdoor life. Located in the northeastern corner of Oregon, WALLOWA Lake is nestled within the soaring Wallowa Mountains, also known as the Little Switzerland of America. The Wallowas were once home to the Nez Perce Indians until gold rush prospectors drove them out, and the nearby town of Joseph is named after their famous chief. Pronounced Yachats. The small town of Yachats is situated at the foot of the 800-foot-high Cape Perpetua on the northern Oregon coast. The tiny village is a popular destination for travelers who want to enjoy all of the unspoiled beauty that Oregon's coastline offers, minus the crowds.